minor is the coolest scale. Yeah, that's subjective, but I think a lot of people would agree with me, and I'm going to tell you why it is so cool sounding. This requires a basic understanding of the major scale, but as long as you have that foundation, there's going to be a very easy transition to learn the harmonic minor scale in its 7 positions and the chords that go along with the harmonic minor scale. So if you're familiar with the 6th mode of the major scale, also known as the Aeolian mode, that is also called the natural minor scale. That's what we're going to use for our foundation. I'm sure you're familiar with it even if you don't know the name. Here's what it sounds like. Now, we can see here we have, starting from the root, we got a root, 2nd, flat 3rd, 4th, 5th, flat 6th, flat 7, back to the root. Now with harmonic minor, we only change one note, and it is the flat 7 raising up to a major 7. So I bet you recognize that sound, right? So starting from the root again, here is harmonic minor. So that's that characteristic note. So again, here's a quick comparison. Natural minor, harmonic minor. So I'm going to throw you a couple examples at the end of this video of harmonic minor licks just to get into your repertoire, but basically if you want to learn to actually use the harmonic minor scale yourself, I recommend taking licks that you're familiar with in the minor pentatonic scale, which a lot of you probably know. And instead of playing that flat 7 note, changing it out with so we have, let's take a basic lick. Now let's try and turn that into a harmonic minor lick. So if I were to analyze that, that note right there is the flat 7. So I need to change it to that. Pretty cool. So basically we're taking any lick we want and just changing one note. That is the minor pentatonic scale, of course, not the natural minor, but the minor pentatonic is just a simplified version of the natural minor scale. So the natural minor has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes. Minor pentatonic scale only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes, but they're all derived from that natural minor scale. So that's where I got the idea to take this lick and just change one of the notes. And you don't have to do it that way, of course. You can just run the scale as well, but I like to make it a little more musical adaptations when I'm trying to internalize a new concept. As I mentioned, the harmonic minor scale has 7 modes, just like the major scale. So all you have to do is understand the intervals and use those to construct each scale position. If you want to learn all of the scale positions from me and a bunch of other different scales as well, I have a course called 5 Exotic Guitar Scales and How to Use Them Effectively, and that title is very accurate. It's exactly what you learn to do, and the course is linked down in the description if you're interested. So basically find these intervals and play those same notes starting from whichever note you want to. That's how you form mode positions. Say for example, I wanted to start on the 5th position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I have this E right here, so I just start on the E and then play the same exact intervals as the 1st position I showed you, just starting from E. So if I were to start that here, just on the 5th note, Same thing, it's just more accessible. That's the point of modes, is to just have more accessibility when you're improvising and things like that. So the harmonic minor scale works really well over obviously minor progressions where you would be comfortable with the minor pentatonic scale. It can really, even if technically the note doesn't work, that raised 7th note, it still sounds pretty good. The minor tonality I find is really malleable. You can take different minor scales like the Phrygian or sometimes Dorian, Locrian even, and come up with really cool sounding licks, even though technically the theory says you're not supposed to be able to do that. So again, I would recommend my exotic scales course, linked down in the description if you want to really learn the nuts and bolts behind that. But essentially, use your ear and learn the scale positions and try the harmonic minor scale out over any minor chord progression and see how it feels under your fingers. But I really do think it's the coolest sounding scale. So I'm gonna throw you a couple harmonic minor licks for you to internalize and put into your lick arsenal. And until next time, guys, keep shredding.